Alright guys, we're back. I'm your boy DeAnthony. I'm my boy Don here. And we are Break Room Blitz. Thank you guys for watching. Now there are some rules on the channel. If we make you laugh or smile, go ahead and hit that like button. If we make you think or you disagree, go ahead and comment. We will let you know why you were wrong and why we are right, okay? I don't mind. It doesn't matter what time it is. 3 in the morning, I will respond to you with why you are incorrect, okay? So, you just want to see our beautiful faces all the time? Go ahead and hit that subscription button with that notification bell, and we're going to pop up every week, alright?
Pop it all up.
Alright, so, we saw this past weekend the Tom Clancy, Jack Ryan TV show.
TV show on Amazon Prime.
Took so long for us to be able to watch this. I feel like they've been promoting it for a year.
For a while, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. And we're gonna talk about it.
Thoroughly.
All right. So what we got? What we got in?
So
what's the movie or what's the show about?
The name of the game is up and coming CIA analyst Jack Ryan is thrust into a dangerous field assignment as he uncovers a pattern in terrorist communication that launches him into the center of a dangerous gambit.
Damn.
So, basically, he's a dude at the desk studying like trends of terrorists, and then figures out, whoa, some shit's going down, and they're like, you're gonna go figure it out, go fight them.
And that's the movie moment right there.
And that's the
I'm
movie.
like, I feel like other people are more qualified to do this.
No. He called it. Let him go figure it
He
out.
saw some bank transactions, and now he's in the field.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I got this.
I don't know about that.
It would be funny if he was like a chubby, nerdy dude.
We probably would be, actually.
Right. So, the cool thing about this thing is that it's based on Tom Clancy, and he's written this character, Jack Ryan. They've made other movies about, just like Shadow Recruit, which starred Chris Pine, that played Jack Ryan.
Never saw it. Did you guys see that? Let me know if you saw that movie or not.
Saw it. And then...
Did you see it?
I did see it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but it was still decent. Harrison Ford also played Jack Ryan in Clear and Present Danger.
I wasn't going to remake that. I know he's remaking all his movies.
Everything. Yeah, I guess count this as it and then let it be.
All right.
Some of All Fears, Ben Affleck also played Jack Ryan. That was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed that movie for sure. And then he was also played, I want to say like Alec Baldwin in Hunt for Red October with Sean Connery. It's mostly about Sean Connery. But
So this isn't the first edition.
Rodeo. Nah.
Yeah, they've done a few of these. Okay.
Yeah.
But this time they got to tell the story in 8 episodes.
Right.
And you know, I was so disappointed when it was only 8 episodes.
I know.
They've been promoting this for like a whole year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? It's over? They couldn't produce no more episodes?
I swear. Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see this on Amazon.
Amazon
If you're an
Prime.
Amazon Prime member, you can see it. Or if you're not a member, then you can just pay.
Yeah.
I would say it's a good pay. If you spent the money on that, that's a good item to spend some money on.
Yeah, I
you
think
won't
it's
have
really
buyer's
worth it.
remorse.
Amazon, you really get a lot of bang for your buck. They include other movies and shows and stuff. I mean, it's kind of part of it.
Right.
This movie, well, I guess if you've seen the trailer, it starred John Krasinski. We also have a supporting actor which plays his boss, Wendell Pierce.
Now, I'm a man, but I love John Krasinski.
Absolutely,
Jim from The Office. That is my dude right
it's
there.
like the people's champ.
Right. Yeah, I watch anything he's in.
Absolutely,
I'm down. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what the reviews are.
I mean,
I'm gonna watch it.
he's killing it. I mean, A Quiet Place, that was dope. It was great.
Dope.
All these low key.
And we don't
pieces.
even watch scary movies.
No.
Well, it ended up being a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, sci-fi thriller.
But we thought it was a scary movie.
It made it seem that way.
Right.
For sure.
But we were like, it's John, so we're going to go see it.
It's intense. And
Either
it was
way.
dope. It was
Right.
great.
Right.
It was a win.
Well, he was in 13 Hours.
13 Hours, that was actually the first actual role that I seen him outside of being Jim, where he really was in a major motion picture type of deal, Michael Bay and everything like that. And actually just being in an action role, I could see him playing superhero almost, like how they're doing with all these Marvel franchise. I mean, we got Star-Lord coming from Parks and Recreation.
Right.
So I mean, it's like a possible. Let's get Jim and give him a Captain America shield or something.
It's definitely possible. I like his acting style. I like his emotions that he puts on his face, his eyebrows. I'm like, man,
yeah,
this dude is really sad right now. I can't really tell if he's acting or not.
I know, right? He really owns the role.
And then the black dude, what was his name again?
Wendell Pierce.
Wendell Pierce, excellent role.
Excellent, yeah, absolutely.
As a co-star,
yeah,
and I didn't even know he was in it.
Yeah,
Excellent.
It was a great choice.
What he brought to the role, great.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing more of him in season 2.
yeah,
I really enjoyed him for sure.
yeah, and I want to get more into his actor and what he played in it later. The love interest, Abby Cornish. I mean, let's just throw her in there,
She's
and
cool.
then we have our villain Ali Suleiman.
Suleiman,
which is actually, I mean, that was the name of the character in the show, Suleiman. It's just spelled a little different.
Snap.
Yeah. So
He got the same name like Will Smith plays Will Smith in Fresh Prince.
yeah,
Wow. But you know, they did say that it was a common name though, so maybe
name.
that's what it is.
cultural wise,
He's probably like, nope, my name has to be the character's name. I ain't
Yeah.
signing the contract.
kind of like Muhammad, common name. It's just the culture.
Sure. I never heard of Suleiman, but
Yeah.
it sounds pretty cool though.
First, yeah.
I felt like a villain, but maybe that's racist. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say that. Sorry. It's a great name for a superhero.
It means something, okay? So yeah, like you were saying, they gave us 8 episodes long, and to me, it didn't feel that way either. I wanted more. I was pretty disappointed at the very end, not just because of the show, but I just wanted more of the show. Yeah, and like it's kind of like what Game of Thrones was doing to us, like giving us like smaller episodes. Like what is it, 10 episodes or something?
8. I believe they do 8 too.
Do they do 8?
Yeah.
I always felt like it was more. But I could definitely gone for another season, like right now.
Yeah, I could have went 16, and they didn't. Okay, I guess I won't say that. It didn't have to end the way it ended.
It didn't have to wait.
It could have. It could have went
Like
on and
dragged
on.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So before we get into this, it is going to be spoilers. We're having a discussion about the series. Okay. So we're going to bring up some spoilers. I don't want to spoil it yet until I tell you guys that this is going to be spoiler filled all through, okay?
Okay.
So get ready to get off and watch it and then come back if you haven't, okay?
Oh, I see what they mean.
Right.
Okay.
But if you have watched it, we're going to talk about it, alright?
Alright.
Alright. So I thought that it was more of a movie moment that Jack. I thought that Jim. That's what I call him. His name is Jim.
He's
okay?
gonna go by Jim. Okay, this
But-
whole time.
Right, Jim. I thought he was gonna be more of a badass.
Right.
I thought that he was gonna be like this military guy from the start.
Exactly.
I didn't think he was gonna be a pencil pusher.
Right. I didn't think that coming from watching the trailer and when we were actually in San Diego for Comic-Con, they had this huge thing across the street with this like broke down, helicopter and a car in the water and all this stuff, and I was like, whoa, this is going to be a straight up action show, basically, through and through. But because I remember watching the movie with Chris Pine, Jack Ryan, and they made him more like 007 almost, like he was very like more of a spy than he was an analyst behind a desk.
Right.
And then in the trailer, they do show him like training and rowing a boat, and like he's like bulletproof vest on with a gun. But
Right.
I kind of dig that they made him more grounded.
Right. I mean, they incorporated all that. They gave us why he gets to go out, why he's qualified to go out on the field.
Right.
But I just feel like someone who is an economics major is just not going to go out to the field because he found some bank.
He's an economics doctor,
Stuff.
first of all.
I know, right? They're like, doctor. Oh, you know what? We
Doctor.
cannot call him Jim because Jim was his boss's name.
Oh.
So we cannot call him Jim.
All right.
So he has to be Jack.
Jack.
We'll call him Jack.
Jack Jim.
So weird. So
All right,
weird.
yeah. It's going to throw this whole thing off.
All right.
What are we talking about?
I just thought about that. I was like, no, we can't call him Jim. because that's the actual black guy's name. His
Yeah,
boss.
that's true.
James.
James Greer was his boss's name.
But in the actual... but they called him Jim. Jim is short for James.
Ah, jeez. Just confused me more.
They called him Jim a lot.
Oh, great.
But anyway, I thought that it was a movie moment, but it's cool. I don't mind movie moments.
Sure.
Because sometimes movie moments can make you feel like, oh, that's so cool that would get to happen. Because in real life, it wouldn't. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with movie moments.
Yeah.
But that was something I was like, he's an economics major.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking he about to be on the ground with his pack, his AK-47.
Right. Yeah.
But it gave a very interesting take to it,
Yeah.
because even he was surprised when he got to go.
He really was. Yeah. He
He's like-
actually didn't want to
He
go.
was like, "What?"
There was a moment where he was just like, I can't go. And even before that, they kind of show him having problems sleeping, because you do see that he has
PTSD?
signs of PTSD.
PTSD.
And the damage to his back, I thought that was pretty severe. That was pretty crazy. His whole spine was cut up.
That story with how the helicopter went down.
That's a pretty intense story.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, the fact that they had like that backstory of his unit and what caused that helicopter to go down and why he has that PTSD. It's not for just because he experienced a traumatic, experience, but that like he was the cause of it. It was his fault. It was totally his fault.
Being too naive.
He was being too naive. He was being too kind. And in a war zone scenario,
Should have patted the little boy down.
Yeah.
Come here, little boy.
Yeah.
Nope.
You got a grenade? I was giving you candy bars, man.
Right. I was paying for these pictures. $10 a pop.
$10 for a Kodak?
Get your little ass out of here.
Give me this camera.
Just because they're a kid don't mean nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah, they use everything to their resource, really.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool that, he had some resistance, and his boss, James, just was like, get on the damn plane.
I love the banter between them.
It was really solid, because I thought that he was going to have, like, a, easy, like, oh, I got this information, let's do it. Okay, you got it. Let's run with it. And the boss was like, no, my career's on the line, too. So if you don't come to me with, like, a definitive answer or some actual evidence, proof, I'm not going to put my name on the line because I'm already in hot water.
And I love how we got the backstory to everyone, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was not just like, oh, he's a dick.
Because I did take that for what it was, but even before he started acting as kind of a jerk, we do see that he was getting demoted and that he got moved into this new department and his office. So
and then we get to know why later on.
Exactly.
Which it also was used as a catalyst to have trust between the two.
Yeah.
So the story was just really, really written very well.
Yeah.
It was thought out. It wasn't just like this rush job, except for kind of the end because they were trying to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I could have used few more episodes.
Yeah. And
continue to chase Suleiman a little bit more.
Yeah.
But they wrapped it up, and that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as the plot and the storyline I thought was just very well done.
It was definitely top notch. I mean, it makes sense to make this into a series. What would have kind of killed me is if they actually didn't finish it. If they just had like a to be continued and it had just a cliffhanger until next year, because I would have rather take having a little bit of episodes that they gave us, these 8 episodes, for it to be finished within those 8 episodes, rather than to it have dragged on and I don't know what happens to Suleiman after next year.
I get you that. So
it's
just that I felt that it was a little rushed.
Yeah.
We will get to that when we get to that.
It's actually a good problem to have,
So with the, I was talking about how we got to understand why they were the way they were.
Yeah.
I love that we got that backstory, and I love the visuals. It wasn't just like, oh, we're going to just tell you. We're like, no, I'm not reading the book.
Right.
Show me what happened, okay?
Yes.
And to see that, I was like, okay, I get it. And I understood why Jim, his boss, wasn't as trusting, and it wasn't always that. It wasn't always that he just wasn't trusting, and I don't want to lose my job. Mm-hmm. It's just you don't have enough information.
Yeah,
I've been doing this 16 years.
Right.
You've been here what?
4 years. 4 years, everyone. Wow. Wow, weird.
That was
great. That was a great moment when he just did that.
Right, and they're like opposites.
They are.
So it's like opposites attract. And I thought that I guess I forget his name. Do you have the list of people? But his, I guess, boss's boss.
Yeah. I'll look him up right now.
I thought that Jim was not Jim. Well, Ryan or Jack. So many names here. I thought that Jack was gonna actually, I guess, go with the opportunity,
right,
to move up, mm-hmm. and leave his boss behind because his boss was being such a jerk,
right.
And I didn't understand why he didn't, because mm-hmm. I personally would have been like, cool, because I got this idea and I want to do A, B, and C.
Right.
Let's do it. Oh, dude, my other boss ain't trying to do it, so let's get it in.
Capitalize.
Right.
They don't have his picture of him, so I don't know what his name is.
He played on another show.
He has played in a few shows.
Not Collateral. Was it Collateral? Maybe it was Collateral. But anyway, I thought that Jack would have went for that.
Right.
But he didn't, which made the story more interesting.
Timothy Hutton.
Oh yeah. Click on his name. I think he played in the show. Leverage, not Collateral. Leverage. And I used to like that show. I used to like Leverage. I kind of fell off of it though, mm-hmm. but I used to like it a lot. So I like his character. I like what he brings to the camera. So I'm hoping that they bring him a little more into the fold.
Yeah.
To get all these different dynamics.
He was an interesting character. He was a really interesting character when they did have that moment where, which department was going to take the task. I kind of already had a feel like, hey, this guy is up to no good. This guy is a mole. He is working with the terrorists. Let's not trust this guy. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, I thought his decision was the right decision. Because this is an economics team. You are not going to be, investigating this.
Right.
You look at numbers and transactions.
Right.
I need this other team that actually does this type of work to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, like the way that I see it is that he's trying to cut it right then and there, right? Whereas Jack, he wants to follow the money and see all the parties involved, just a trail of money. If they just cut it right there, then we don't know where the rest of the money went.
Right, you can, and
but
he said you'll be back
paid.
up.
Yeah,
you'll be back up.
You'll be back up. Yeah.
But they ended up saying, okay, well, I just have to say that in the meeting.
Right.
But you're going to be spearheading this.
Right. Exactly.
Which I thought was brilliant. Because you got to say the right thing in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But then I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right. So I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see here. So not only did we get their backstory, but we got Suleiman's backstory.
We did, yeah.
And it's not just they're just bad guys and they hate America.
No, not necessarily.
We got to see them as kids get blown up. Mm-hmm. Their mom died, and it's like, oh.
It's basically their whole town. Their whole block, not even their block, it was their entire city.
Right.
That just got, wiped.
And it wasn't that he just started hating America from then.
Not at all.
Because he went to France, mm-hmm. and, he tried to actually acclimate and conform to what they want him to be.
He was trying to pursue his dream. He had a career.
Right. And they couldn't because they couldn't get past his looks, his skin color, mm-hmm. his background.
Yeah.
And then he goes to jail, which a lot of people... That's why I really like the show, because a lot of people find discipline, they find religion, mm-hmm. they find purpose once they actually go to jail, because this society, you just floating around, and whatever society wants to do, that's what you do. But when you're in jail, you have no choice. Not that I know, because I've never been, but I know that that it actually happens. You have no choice but to focus on a particular thing and grab onto something that allows you to make it through that devastating situation that you're in. Because jail's I don't never want to go. I've heard that it's just a terrible place, and only thing you can do to hang on is kind of like build yourself up, read books, find religion, things like that. Mm-hmm. And that's when he became more militant and was like, okay, my mom got blown away, my whole town.
The whole town, yeah.
And so now it's payback time.
It is, yeah.
And I thought that he was a very well thought out villain. It wasn't just he just had hatred.
No, it wasn't
struggled
just,
with a lot of things.
just for the hate. It wasn't just for the money and to make a name for himself. It wasn't any of that. He had some, like, and I don't want to call him an anti-hero or anything like that, because he was a straight-up villain. Let's get that right. He was a straight-up villain, but the fact that they gave us that backstory of what made him such a villain is what I appreciate, because, you know, a lot of the time it's not like, you know, oh, you know, this villain over here and, you know, he was trained by the U.S. government or whatever, kind of like Osama bin Laden. No, they give us a way backstory as far as like him and his brother and all the things that they had to go through.
Right, you're able to understand where he's coming from.
So I like that. I did appreciate that. You know, it kind of gave me more backstory as far as like, okay, this guy is dead set on doing what he wants to get done.
Right.
So there's not going to be any like switcheroo or changing it last minute, like changing his mind. You know,
right. But you saw him struggle though. He's like, man, I got to go forward. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love him and his brother.
Yes.
That relationship was pretty dope. What was it, like the second episode where his brother comes to save him?
Yeah, second
and
episode.
third?
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
It was great. It was so great.
To pretend you were dead?
Yeah.
You were a cadaver?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this guy right now is using ninja focus to lower his heart rate so that he's just like still as a corpse.
Right, look like Daredevil.
And then he's like, take his face off.
Oh, that was the best, I guess, face reveal that I've ever seen, like in a movie.
That prosthetic.
Because it wasn't like a cutaway.
No.
It was like, just, we got to see him take the whole thing off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so that was a whole different person.
Yeah. Like they cut the cadaver's face off and he wore it. You know?
Right, and we got to see the relationship between him and his brother, why it was so tight, how he, you know, cling to him.
Right.
They were orphans, and they were lucky to be able to live together.
That's right.
A lot of orphans, they get separated. Yeah. You know, and they just kind of held on to that bond. They were very affectionate, very passionate about each other, which was pretty dope. I definitely appreciated that. Mm-hmm. And his wife.
The wife?
His wife was a very strong, very witty woman. She wasn't no, you know, ditzy woman that he just liked because she looked good. Even though she was pretty.
She was pretty.
She actually had some wit about her.
I really appreciate what they did with each one of these characters, because everyone had a reason to be in here, except for one, and I'll get to that later. Okay. But for the most part, the core of these actors, the wife, she did a great role. She was very motherly, very taken care of. They showed her, you know, watching out for the daughters, watching out for the son, and you know, even like giving him what was that, injections for his diabetes.
Oh yeah.
So like she was very caring for everyone, even welcoming the husband's whole military into her house. She was kind of sketchy about it.
She had no choice with that.
She didn't have any choice. But, and again, she was playing that mama bear role where she was very protective of her kids, you know, up until getting them out of that situation.
Right.
Each one of those kids also played a part in it. They gave them, like, you know, their roles, you know, the son having his flawed role, seeing what he did wrong to rat out the mom, and even the daughters struggling with, okay, why are we leaving dad? And, you know, like, we're on the run now, basically, so...
Right. But that is,
survival.
I feel like that was very realistic. You know, relationships over here are not the same over there.
No.
So the man is definitely the head. He's definitely the leader.
Yeah. So
when the son saw the mom trying to gather everyone and fleeing, he was like, "Whoa,
whoa, you're
Daddy,
so yeah,
Daddy."
Straight up, and I was like, "This little boy, if you don't shut up."
But I mean,
that's just the way that it goes, though,
right?
Because he was raised to obey the father over everything, you know, the head of the house.
That's the culture.
And the mom at that point, once you disobey the father, you know, or the man, I mean, that's it for you. I mean, that's punishable by death at that point.
Man, that was a hard, and it was a hard decision for him.
Yeah.
Because the second time that the guy tried to go get him,
right?
He was like, "What do you want to do about your wife?" He took like a whole minute, to answer, because he could have like brought her ass back,
right,
and you know punished her or whatever,
and that would have been,
and then they could have like lived on,
right.
But he's like, "Oh, don't let the kids see.
Yeah, don't let the kids see it.
I was
But
like,
bring the
dang.
kids back. And that was the other
Right.
thing, you know, because the kids still have a chance to, you know, make their life for themselves with their husbands or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, she already, that's it for her, you know?
Yeah, but she did a really good job.
She did a great
there
job.
wasn't a lot of like acting, but just playing her role,
I think
it was believable.
They wrote her role very smart in the sense of, you know, making it so that she was taking herself out of that dangerous situation so that her kids and everyone can be safe before giving away that information that was like huge. That was her trump card, basically. You want to know where my husband is? Well, you're going to get me and mine's out of here, and then I'll tell you. And that was the smartest thing she could do in her situation.
So you mentioned a character that was unnecessary. Can I try to guess?
Yeah.
Was the guy, the air bomber guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I hated that. For the life of me, that was such a waste of time to me. Having this what is it? UAV. This UAV aircraft pilot showing us his struggle with, you know, okay, I get it. It's a job. It's real. Okay, fine. But having to spend so much time on it and even, like, expanding on his life as far as him, like, not, like bombing the wrong person, which happens, you know, like, so many casualties, 90%, something crazy, like, well, whatever. But, I mean, having to see him go through that struggle, you know, and seeing that, you know, he's like, okay, I killed an innocent person, I need to go make it right, and then he has a gambling addiction and sleeping problems and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, so he gives this money to this kid that he killed his father, and then that was done?
I
mean,
think
really?
if you got anything out of it, it was forgiveness. The way that this country sees forgiveness is like, no matter what someone does to you, you need to forgive them right away. And I think that was like part of like an agenda. It was trying to make them seem like they're not all that bad. See, he was able to forgive, even though the guy blew up his dad.
Yeah.
He was able, or blew up his son. He was able to forgive him. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
See,
if you don't shoot that man,
and the problem that I have with that is that this old man, the son that got killed by this UAV pilot, he doesn't speak English. He doesn't speak English.
right?
So I mean, there's a language barrier there. It's not like this.
But
guy,
he understood once he was like,
it's assumed. It's assumed. He's like, me, your son in this picture right here. Me, that was me.
I think he understood that, but it was still because he could have like pushed him out.
But then, I mean, he tried to say he was sorry, and he tried to say sorry to the kid, but I don't think the kid understood either, you know?
No, I don't think the kid understood
And
at all.
so, like, that's where he was trying to get closure. He wanted to apologize and ask for forgiveness by, you know, not only the father, but the kid as well, mostly. That was...
And you know what? I would have been okay. I thought that he did not the right thing, but I was okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think that he should have got shot. Maybe as an accident, on the way out, someone shot him that had nothing to do with their family.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would have made it more interesting because, like you said, that's why I was able to guess.
Yeah.
Because he tries to, you know, he wins. You know, every time he blows up someone, he gets a dollar bill. He had, you know, a few grand. He took that to, or maybe a few hundred. He took that to the casino to blow it.
Mm-hmm.
He went in like 80 grand.
You're right.
And then there's that scene where he takes a woman home.
He takes a husband and a wife home with him.
And they sock this, and the dude socks the shit out of him.
Yeah, sex with the wife while the husband looks, and then after that, the husband just beats him up, and he's like, "I don't want your money. I just wanted to kick your ass." And I'm like, okay,
what?
These people are so broken. Every single one of these people,
right?
They all have problems.
Don't know what's going on.
99 problems.
I was like, okay, this is about to come around. I thought he was about to die. I thought they were going to kill him, and I was like, okay, well, that's the reason why they brought this guy into the story.
They're going to kill him and take his money.
But they didn't.
No.
I'm like, okay.
To me, it was just a
filler.
It was filler. It was just a one-off kind of filler But that was it. I was done with that. Every other character was great. Another character that was kind of like a side story mission was the French police officer or French whatever agent. So when they went to France to find go after Suleiman's brother,
well, that makes it not irrelevant right there. But go ahead.
when they did encounter, they partnered up with the French officials and they went after him. And when what was it? Jack Ryan partnered up with that officer chick. I dug her character way more than this other UAV pilot that they spend way too much time on.
It was cool. Once she flirted, though, I knew it was it. I was like, all right, she's done for her.
Yeah.
Now she started flirting.
Oh man,
you're done.
But I liked it. She like the advice that she was giving him as far as like him and his romantic relationship that he was trying to get into with the other homegirl. I like that. Like she was giving him advice like, oh, I would definitely tell her exactly the way you feel. It's like, but American women are different. And it's like, oh, she just messed him up now.
They are, though.
They're totally different. She's like, I'd be all over you. Oh, but American women are different. Great.
Yeah. You got to be real careful because every woman doesn't accept the same dialogue.
Yeah.
Some of them get offended.
It's like, oh, you too thirsty. Never mind.
Right.
And it's like,
or what'd you say to me?
I just can't
How
win.
dare you? Right. So, episode 7 was the shit. I was like, oh my god, it is going down. So you get the, they find where he's at. They verify that, he's in this barracks. Right.
Yeah.
They're training for it.
Yes.
And I thought that, I was like, are they about to like ambush this team?
Right.
And then that's another team that Jack is responsible for killing.
It's like, okay, we already got the people in France that kind of blew up in the apartments. So I kind of thought it was going to be the same deal. It's like, oh my god, don't tell me a second time
there was
another
a
team, It's
and the goddamn, I was like, are the daughter gonna go ahead and tell where they at?
Yeah.
Do you not know? Did they not have a discussion why they're running? Maybe they didn't.
Maybe I don't think they did.
Maybe they didn't, and that's the wife's fault.
Yeah.
You got to be able to have a dialogue with the kids.
Right.
Your dad is killing people, killing people,
right?
Innocent people, and we're out of here. Right. We don't want no parts of it.
Yeah. You might be one of their brides.
So don't you ever tell him where we at.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So the little girl tells the son that's still with the dad,
right?
I'm good with my mom. Yeah. I'm good with mom and the daughter.
United States.
I'm like, golly.
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. This is a time for you guys to tell me if I'm wrong. But I thought that the son put the game underneath, like his chest, underneath the covers.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, he was on the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Maybe he moved around a lot while he was sleeping.
I don't know. Did you notice that?
I thought he put it under his pillow where he put his head.
Right.
But I don't know. Anyway,
it was another movie moment.
It was a little nitpick.
Like he had to find out somehow, I guess. But it was like, you could have did a little better. I didn't rewind it because I was just too into it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I didn't rewind it. I'm like, nope, whatever.
Yeah.
What's supposed to happen now?
On.
Right.
Like now he knows ambush. Oh, snap.
Exactly. Episode 7. So if you guys, cause I felt that it started out a little slow to try to I guess tell the story, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be, we're jumping right into the battlefield, and it was like, nope, we're in the office. He's an accountant.
Yeah.
And now we
at that point, I was like so afraid that this whole show was going to be a slow burner and then the action at the very end. But it really wasn't the case, right? I mean, he was in the office, finding out. Yeah, in the office.
Right. So when they actually get to 7, so what I'm saying is, don't worry. When you get it, it builds up. It builds up, and then when you get to 7, you're like, oh my god, it is going down.
I gotta say, it builds up within a perfect amount of time too. They can just everything. The timing of everything goes down, and it's awesome. When they actually show Suleiman and the Americans that he captured. He captured a couple of doctors and held them hostage. I really don't know what he was going to do with them.
I didn't know either.
I thought that he was going to use them as like kind of trade bait. You know, if his brother got captured, that, okay, I'm going to trade you this American for my brother, or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that, or don't blow us up because we got your people, or something.
Yeah, so, some kind of ransom, right?
Right.
And so when that wasn't the case, the other thing that came to mind was that they did show snippets of him and his brother going through the cadavers that had died by the Ebola or some kind of outbreak that happened. And so I'm like, put two and two together. Okay, he's going to do some experimental stuff on these good
I didn't
guys.
know it was on them, though.
I didn't know.
I was like, oh, that's how they were able to weaponize the canister, I guess, in the church.
Right, yeah.
All right, now I know.
Yeah.
I did not think that he was going to feed them the disease, the Ebola.
Disease. Yeah. So he gave them the tainted vitamins
like,
that they had asked for, and they took it, of course.
Jeez.
It's like, oh, this guy isn't so bad, huh? Get some vitamins.
Right.
Hey, pretty good.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. This
I do
guy
have a
is
headache.
crazy. Maybe a couple of them Advils.
But the beach escape, though?
Oh my god, that was so cool. Okay, so like, I mean,
because when it starts off, they have to actually go to someone who owns a brothel,
right?
And we don't know if this dude is trustworthy or not.
And that's like in every one of these like immigration kind of like situations, with finding the coyote, people coming across from the border and all that kind of stuff. So it's like in every single one of these scenarios, but it got really crazy because I was like, ooh, this may not. She's making some more enemies in a minute.
Right.
And she's getting closer to danger than she is further away from it. So I was really like that's taking a huge risk. But what are you going to do in that scenario? And it really went down at the beach. I mean,
I loved it.
It was
perfect.
It was so cool the way that James, Jack Ryan's boss, took the situation.
Oh man!
Because they had a straight up Mexican standoff with people pointing guns at everyone.
Right.
It was like The Office all over again.
And I was like, oh, they gonna let them take back the kids? Damn.
Yeah, so
well, I guess you gotta cut your losses.
It's like, okay, give us the kids and you take the wife. No. Okay, fine. It's like, all right, put the guns down and you got yourself a deal. Okay.
Man. Bah! Killed that dude. And I was
we
like,
take it
oh,
off.
snap.
We're the U.S., we take it off.
I know, right?
Yeah.
No negotiations.
Yeah, deals
Okay.
change. Exactly.
That was great.
And not only that, but I thought what was so dope was the guy that helped the Jack and his boss. I thought he was pretty suspicious. Like, this guy's going to screw them over.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They're going to be in a
Right.
situation again. But he actually did help them, and the way that he confronted the other dudes was like, he was like, my family.
Right, I ain't gonna forget this when I leave.
I won't forget this, and this money doesn't mean nothing to me.
Right, right.
So think about it. I won't ever forget.
Absolutely.
And so that's what made the decision a little bit more clear.
Right, so that's like episode 7. All that
Dope.
going down.
It was crazy.
Great. So then,
Yeah.
in episode 8, to try to wrap this up, we going on to 40 minutes, but so then we find out that Suleiman gave the Ebola to the well, I guess at the end of 7.
Right.
We find that out. But I thought the president was going to die.
I thought so too. Okay, so that tells me like Suleiman, he really planned this out. He had a lot of time to plan this out. He knew who to kidnap and who to infect. So when I found out that the doctor that he infected was the president's friend, I was like, oh my god, this guy's a genius. He's an evil genius.
Oh yeah, evil genius.
Because then of course, like, he's gonna be like, hey, it's good to have you back. Did it stop? Or
Nope, let's keep going.
Alright, so when he infected the president, I was like, it's going down. And he took it a step further, too, because he was about to set it off on the whole hospital. That's what his end game was.
Right, it was kind of like I'm going to finish this off, I'm going to finish my job.
Right.
I got everyone sick, because Ebola, it's not 100% fatal, especially with the medicine we have over here.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in Africa, this probably is. But over here, it can be, cured. You're going to go through a lot. So he was like, nope, We finishing the job. Everyone that's in the cabinet is in the office or in the hospital.
In the hospital, yeah.
Poof! Here goes some, what is it, nuclear dust?
Nuclear dust, yeah.
Sure, I mean, that's probably not what it is, but
it was the same...
radioactive dust.
It was the same dust that they had in that movie Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg. It was the same stuff. I forgot the name of it, but I remembered it.
Poof! All through the ventilation system.
I mean, once it's in the air, that's it. I mean, it's over. I mean, it's going to be everywhere. Even if you're in a quarantine zone, you got to breathe, so it's going to be in the air.
Right. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then the chase I thought was good.
It was evil genius.
The little boy gets out the car. Daddy!
Yeah.
Daddy!
He's like
right.
I thought that was... I was like, oh, man.
Right.
I told you should have went with your mom.
Shut up! Not me! I don't know this little boy.
No, I'm a rescue worker, man. Look at my jacket. Shit's official.
Right. Man, that was
messed up.
Funny. That was funny.
That was great.
But just to wrap it up, overall...
Oh, you know what? The love interest is the other thing that I really didn't buy.
No, it wasn't. No,
I think it was way too convenient to have.
She's not his type.
It didn't see. I didn't feel it. First of all, I didn't feel it. And just the fact that it was way too convenient for her to be. Oh yeah, I'm a biologist. You know, whatever. Working on this Ebola thing. I can't figure it out.
Super convenient.
Oh my God! Really?
Movie moment.
Really?
Movie got a movie.
Okay, so that's what's going to bring them together now. Fine, all right.
Right.
I mean, you already gave us the UAV guy, so
yeah, it wasn't even that strong to really strong of a connection because not like she came up with a cure.
No.
So it wasn't really that necessary. But you gotta have a love interest.
Right.
Movie's got a movie. Okay.
It's
a movie moment.
Moving pictures.
We need a love interest. It's not enough. We need someone he can fall in love with.
Yeah.
And to me, it's not his personality and her personality would never go.
Nah.
And he doesn't seem like someone who just goes for looks.
No.
So it was really hard to watch that. Oh God.
Yeah.
We know Jim or Ryan, Jack. And no, he would never go for that.
No.
Because he was in the office and he was in love with Pam. Okay.
Yeah.
And then even Emily Blunt has kind of a goofy, nerdy vibe.
She does, yeah, and she has that beautiful accent.
But her personality is like not a weirdo, but she's obscure.
She's fun though. Yeah.
She's not like this diva type of personality, and that's kind of what she was.
Very diva.
I can't believe you lied to me about your Secret Service. I'm like, what do you think he was going to do?
Yeah.
Once you find out he's Secret Service, you'd be like, oh, okay.
There's shit that I'm not going to be able to know because, that's national intelligence. I mean, yeah.
Was any of it true? No, bitch.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm a spy. You're like the 40th chick I banged this week on my spy missions because I'm James Bond.
Right. It just, I don't know. The movie reaction, the movie moment of people lying is always over dramatic. I can't believe you lied about your occupation. It's an occupation.
I get paid.
It's not. I still got a job.
I'm not necessarily killing good people, but I mean.
Yeah. That's one thing. She doesn't have to come back.
No.
He can have a different love interest.
I'm good with that.
It could be like they didn't work out. Now he met Susie.
Yeah, and Susie is also an agent because they work in the same office.
Right, then we got that tension. They never really get together.
Yeah.
But sometimes they might screw. Yeah. But never really. Yeah, that'd be fine.
It's like a bigger budget office.
Anything but her. I know, right?
Right.
I know, right?
It's like the Treasury
Stakes
Department.
Are way up here. Way
I got with the chick at the Treasury Department because she writes all the emails that I want to be sent out.
And it was interesting to see him manipulate her.
Yeah,
he's
I know.
like, so you gonna do it?
You know what really gets me? They say that you guys don't ever do stuff, but I know that's not true.
Right.
Like, yeah, that is right. You know what? I'm going to do this.
Is that it?
Also, you know.
And then never talk to her again.
And then she was like, "Whoa, that was such a rush." Like, wow.
Right. But you know what? When you send stuff to higher ups, it can be a little rush sometimes because you never know.
Gets the blood boiling.
But overall, I would definitely rewatch this.
What would you rate it?
If I had to rate it, you know what? Shows are it's really hard for me nowadays to really be captivated with a show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, just for like a show.
Right.
Because it was jaw dropping moments.
Yes.
That's what I look when it's a show. At the end, it needs to be like, oh my god, did that just happen?
Yeah.
They had that. The storyline, the pacing was very done very well. So it wasn't like, oh god, when are we gonna get past this? All this conversation.
There was no drag.
Everything except for those two characters.
Right.
Everything had a purpose. You know, every word that they said had a purpose. You know, we might not have found out right then, but later on we find out why he said no to this, or why it got denied, or why now we're going. You know, so I thought that it was done very well. The acting was very superb. I just think that they should have gave us a little more episodes, but that's not something I would knock it for. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I would definitely rewatch the whole thing. Not right now because I want to like try to forget some stuff, so I can be just as in awe as I was.
Oh
before.
Yeah,
right,
this
right,
show was
right.
great. I forgot how great it was.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what what would you rate it?
Yeah, I'm gonna rate it 5 out of 5. I mean, it's like 100% for me. It's a great show. It's better than most movies out there that try to do the same stuff because, again, the timing for this, there's a lot of stuff that they had to cram in that only makes sense that it would be a show.
Right.
I did want more out of it, but that's only just saying that how great of a show it is. Because if I can binge watch it and watch back-to-back episodes, yes, Amazon, I'm still watching. Yes, I'm still here. Keep playing the episodes. You know, I'll pause it. I'll let you know when I've had enough. Right. And it was great. I knocked it all out, and definitely it has high rewatch value.
Yeah.
Amazon
doesn't come out with a lot of good stuff. But when it does, it seems to like really hit the mark.
Yeah,
it's not like a halfway, like, oh, it was cool. It's either bad or very good.
Yeah.
So that's another show.
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I want to say Watch Dogs, but it's probably not that. But I can't think of it. But there was one show that I really liked, but it got canceled.
Oh.
I'm like, damn, Amazon, you canceling shows? Netflix don't never cancel a show.
We gotta give all our budget to Jack Ryan.
They still got Iron Fist coming out.
Oh.
I'm like, if there's any show to cancel, it would be that.
That's Netflix though.
But Netflix is just going on and on.
Yeah.
But so I appreciate you, Amazon, for giving us that because you hyped it up for a whole goddamn year.
Oh yeah.
And you delivered.
It totally delivered. Yeah.
I appreciate it. So that's our review, guys. Let us know what you think. Anything that you guys agree with, disagree with. Disagree, we'll let you know why you're wrong. If you agree, we'll give you thumbs up and tell you you're the most awesome fan that we have. Yeah, so like, share, subscribe, and comment. Where can we find you?
Find me on Instagram and Facebook at Pwned Pops. That's PWNEDPOPS.
Pwned! Just like this show did. Pwn me.
Pwned.
Alright, guys, we're out.
Peace.
Peace.
UAV.
What you doing still? Here. Fuck out of here.